Okay, so hopefully this time it'll go good. This is my complete, well, it's not gonna be complete. It's gonna be this shelf right here, and even that, it's just gonna be Image comics. On my main channel, I will do a complete Image comic shelf, probably showing all the Image comics on my shelf, but that's the easiest thing to do, honestly. Because something like Marvel, I have books, here, I'll show you, at the end here, because the way these shelves are built, these are custom made shelves. I have books back here. So these books can stay like that. I have to put books there. Usually it's books that are incomplete, like my Fantastic Four by Hickman. I don't have the full collection of that. And even if I do get it, it's gonna be it's gonna be digitally. So without further ado, let's get into it. First up, I'm just gonna do the first shelf. That's gonna be just a few of them. Bitterroot, phenomenal series. Not all these I've read, by the way, but the ones I have read, I will be talking about more than ones I haven't, obviously. Bitterroot, written by David F. Walker, Chuck Brown, with artwork done by Stanford Green. This is one of my highest recommendations. This is a phenomenal series. It's all in one it's $60, by the way. It was all in one omnibus on this huge hardcover. 15 issues plus a summer special. Everything's in there, so 16 issues total. But it does political commentary right, in my opinion, and it just really damn good series. It's just fun too. Like, you think it wouldn't be fun, but it is. Oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. Nope. Do that. There we go. There we go. Sorry. But it does that kind of series right. And it's kind of fun too. Like, it's fighting like these Jinnu guys who are like monsters, like little monsters of racists, which sounds terrible, but it is. They make it fun. They make it interesting. It's like Get Out. How Get Out tackled racism, but they made it like funny and interesting, and sometimes it's fun. Like, it's like an old school horror movie at times. That kind of thing. Skyward. Now, Bitterroot is mature rated, but Skyward is T for teen. But honestly, I think a 10-year-old could read this just fine and have no problems with it. And this one is gravity no longer being a concept. So everyone's like flying and everything. And people that don't want to fly, people that want to be on the ground, they have inventions made for that, and they have a whole colony of people that are like that. And so much more happens in this comics. Also, like with Bitterroot, it's 15 issues, but that's it, 15 issues. And this one actually ends. This one technically does end on a cliffhanger, from what I remember, and they keep saying they're gonna make more. I doubt they're gonna make more. They do have a little story in an anthology book, which you can get for $4. That just collects that one and a bunch of other part twos, so you'd have to kind of get all 12. But I would say just get the if you're like me, you just want the Bitterroot story, just get the $4 and then skip to that story in there. I'm a completist, so I had to get that, and that was digitally. So back to Skyward. Yeah, it's all 15 issues, all in one. It actually ends, so it's absolute must read, and it's gonna be made into a Sony movie directed by the San Andreas director. Hopefully, Joe Henderson, who's the writer of this, knows what he's doing, because he is also involved with the making of the movie. Hopefully, and more than I'm thinking, actually, but no, more than you would think. What it usually happens. Lee Garbett is the artist, along with someone Fabella, and then Roland. I don't know who Roland is, maybe a letterer. Letterers, I never really, even on my main channel, I never really credit them, not for any malicious reason, just because letterer, anyone. I don't want to say anyone can be a letterer, but it's kind of one of those things. The colorist is different than, obviously. It's one of those things that's kind of like, letterer, whatever. Of course, I do like some letterers more than others. Not like more than others, but there's one that who already did a New 52 with the rounded A's. I kind of like that, but that's kind of more nostalgic, because that was the era that when I was picking up comics, that was the first thing I went to, was the Batman New 52, and nostalgia, and it's part of it. Starhenge, I've not read. Green Valley, Stringer. This is Green Valley. So this is Liam Sharp. Absolutely phenomenal artwork. I don't have anyone else. If I had someone else that could film it, I would take out that book and show the artwork, because that one is really good artwork. But just the story looks kind of weird, and the way that they But I'm so glad I got it, obviously. And Liam Sharp is a damn good artist. Green Valley is written by Max Landis, but spit it out. Written by Max Landis. Who's the artwork? Let's see. Here, I'll just show you there. Hopefully you can see it good. Because the lighting on my iPhone is going weird because I'm doing a 4K video, even though it's not 4K. So Stringer is Patrick Kinlan, the writer. We got Jim Zub's Skull Kickers. I've not read, but I have read his Wayward. And we have right here the posters that come with the hardcovers. Now, Wayward, Skyward, and Bitterroot, they had these soft covers at my local library. But I loved those 3 series so much that I bought the hardcovers myself. Did not care that I was quote-unquote wasting money and need to get so many other comics instead, and I could have gotten these instead, whatever. No, I didn't care. It's such a damn good series, I had to have it myself. Okay, what's going on? So it's that hand-to-hand. Crap, of course, picked the wrong time to film. Alright, so we're going to do a speed round. Glitter Bomb had not read. Jim Zub. Shadecraft is also Skyward writer. Artist too. That's pretty cool, but I'll be reading that pretty soon here. Not read. Colin Bunn. I'm assuming you guys can read this. I'm assuming you guys can read the titles. Cold Spots was good, Colin Bunn. All of these to this right here. CPDL, this book. All of those. So the Pro, Pride and Joy, Back to Brooklyn, Rifle Brigade, Bloody Mary, and CPDLF, all Garth Ennis, my favorite writer of all time. I just had to buy those. They didn't get the best reviews, but the Garth Ennis. Had to buy them. My favorite publisher, too, is Image, by the way. Of the big 3, I would say, because, Marvel and DC, it's so hard to get into books. I do have a good amount of Marvel and DC books, that's why I started. But Image is the best way to go for me, in my opinion. And I still get Marvel and DC books, obviously, from the library, whatever, but it's just Image, is the best. It ends, series ends, unless you're Spawn or Savage Dragon, the series ends. So you have a definitive ending and you can, move on, It's not gonna get all Spider-Man and no events. And then pretty much all of them, even now, are pretty good. Flawed. Funny story about this book, I put this in for my local library to get their copy, or to get the copy from them. But I bought my own, forgot about that. I ordered it from my library, and I got their copy, and that's on my account right now. It got checked out, so you'll be seeing that book from their copy pretty soon here. Kind of funny. On the Stump I've read, so these both with Chuck Brown. On the Stump was the lowest of the 2 I've read, but just because of how good Bitterroot is. But even that was just kind of okay. Danger Club, volumes 1 and 2, and Last Siege, all written by Landry Q. Walker. You guys can tell I favor authors over artists. It's kind of funny. Unless you have really bad artwork, I won't put down a comic because it has bad artwork. I'll judge it by a story, which is the opposite of what you expect a comic fan to be like. Samurai's Blood. I don't know what this is written by, actually. Wieserman? I don't know. This one is actually, this is Hitomi by H.S. Tack, but the artwork is very reminiscent, again, I would show it good, of Monstrous, of Santa Kata's artwork. It's kind of funny. Chroma was written by Lorenzo De Filippo, and artwork done by him, too. One of those triple threat kind of people, because I would say colorist, too. Let's say colorist, for the sake of the joke. Rain and Mercenary Sea are Kel Simmons. I read, there was a series beginning for Christmas that I know getting for Christmas, I ordered it, called I Love Trouble. I liked that one. It was kind of kooky and insane and kind of strange, like how comics should be. It's the only one I read by him, though. The Creep, Two Moons, Rumple, all written by John Arcudi. Ultra Mega for you kaiju fans. That's the longest time I did not get that book because of the reason. I'm not a huge kaiju fan, but it was when I got Rumble, I was like, you know what? Oh no, it's okay, other way around. I just decided to get it. It was one of those thick books for a cheap price. I always like to what do you call it? I don't know. Stealth, written by Mike Costa. I am reading his God is Dead series from Avatar Press or Avatar Comics. That's really good. It's insane. all over the place, but I still like it. So hopefully Stealth. And what's nice is that I'm starting to get sick of God is Dead because it's 8 volumes. It's a lot of book. Stealth is only 1 volume, so I don't think I get sick of it. Because first volume, like, first issue I didn't like, so it was way too weird. And they got better, I got used to it, and I got really, really good. And now I'm gonna get sick of it, because it's just too much, you know? It's one of those things, but it's like overstaying its welcome. Not because I hate it, because it got worse as it went along. It's just overstaying its welcome. It's like, kind of like, and okay, enough is enough now. But still good. I'm so excited to read the next issue, of course. Obergeist has an introduction by Bruce Campbell. Yes, that Bruce Campbell. When I saw that, I had to get this book. Did not care how bad it did. If it has an introduction by Bruce Campbell, it's gotta be good. He has written a few comics. I gotta pick those up. In fact, I hate to say it, but DC, because it's DC Comics that he written recently. I hate to say it, but I think it was probably on sale when DC Comics was having their sale recently, and they're not anymore. It's just an Aquaman sale, and I could not care less about Aquaman. Not because of the character, but it's because my library has all of what I need from Aquaman, so let's get it from them. Red City. Well, they don't have the Kelly City comic run. I kind of want to see what the fuss is over that. Red City is written by same guy writer as Moriarty. I don't remember who it is. It's David Corey, maybe? David Corey, I think. Lovesick, Luana Vecchio. Less said about that, the better. It's honestly, I think it is the closest I have to an erotica comic. And actually, it is an erotica comic, but the closest I have. I don't usually buy erotica comics for erotica's sake. If I need that, I get more. I get it for free online, you know? Thief of Thieves. All 7 volumes of that series. You saw me talk about that a while ago. A bunch of different creators. The one I like the most is Andy Diggle. He is a damn good writer. And Nick Spencer is good too, but Andy Diggle and crime go better together, go just as well together as does as Stephen King in horror. Like, that is like a match made in heaven. Is Andy Diggle and crime. I think that guy lives and eats, breathes, and sleeps crime. Not really. Gunning for Ramirez, along with Stringer, Thieves, and Gasolina, which you'll not see until later on, and on the main channel. All 3 of those series from Image are drug cartel stories, and that's another thing I'm really interested in, is drug cartel kind of stories. It's a very interesting concept, probably because of how much I like Sicario. So I always like to get those. I gotta watch Sicario again, and then finally watch the sequel. I was pissed that the Blu-ray copy with a digital code did not come with a digital copy of the first movie. And with my Blu-ray player acting up, a portable one, I have to go downstairs to the main house, the main TV that everyone else watches. But what's good about that is that it's a movie I think they'll like. And we did watch it before, though. And then the last few books, put the book back on the shelf. Night Trippers, Dioramas, Nowheresville, and Whiskey Dickle are all written by Mark Ricketts. One of those books I got off a whim. Now, one thing I want to mention is some of these books I got from third-party sellers. So let's take out... Oh, and actually, you know what? This one. No, sorry, Night Trippers. So this one was used very good. And they said the only thing wrong with it was scratches on the cover here. That... When I hear used very good, and I'm always a little skeptical, so it's like, because I have used very good, but there's a lot of blemishes, and you can tell that they're like, yeah, used very good, I can still read it, and it's like, yeah, but you shouldn't, yeah, I know, I spent a lot of money on it, and you said used very good, and it is used very good, you're not lying about that, don't get me wrong, but then I get something like this, that's in pristine, used like new condition, even above that, that is what I like. Like, even going in the back here, nothing wrong with it. So that is always something to commend them for. And that, as I said, just a quick little overview of the first row. Reason why I'm not doing everything is because in a week and 2 days from now, actually a week and a day, because today's Sunday, it'll be Christmas, and then I'll get a lot more from Image Comics. So I do still get books from Marvel and DC from the local library. And if they have a digital sale, actually had a digital sale in DC Comics. I just got a bunch of those because they had the money and because they got Kindle credit and gift cards and junk, kind of end of the year kind of thing. So I do that, but Image Comics and honestly I'll just do like a quick little overview if you just want to see everything quickly. Lighting's not good though. It looks so good on my shelf, and like this, all of Black Science, all of Invincible. Yeah, Invincible does have a spin-off series. I have one of them here. Come on. One of them here. But this is all of Robert Kirkman's Invincible. This is all of Outcast in one omnibus, or compendium rather. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's so much easier to just do this. And I like this series. Like, Outcast is a really damn good series. Never got to finish. My local library said, and I'm talking interloans, so they get books from other libraries. As I meant by local library, because Bitterroot, my local library, did not have any of those that I showed you. It was interloaned, except for Flawed. That was their copy they just got from me, ordering it for them. Well, not for them, but they ordered it for me. But they got in there, going back to this. So Outcast, I never get to finish that series. I'll finally get to finish that series once I get down to reading it. It's just one of those things. And if it was Marvel, they would be like an Outcast 2 from a different writer, a revamped series. And it's just one of those things where it's just, sometimes I like finishing a series. Yeah, Spider-Man by Roger Stern, or not Roger Stern, they have a bag example. JMS, I can read all of his run. And it's his run. If I just want to read that run, I can read that. But then it's like, oh, this happened here. You need to understand what happened here. Oh, there's an event. It's just so complicated. And yeah, I still do get those books. I